Hello everyone, I am SSD Showstopper and today is the 3rd of September 2023. Now I'm seeing some comments people are making in regards to the dancehall artist Medikk who is reported missing from the 23rd, I think, of August, and she has not been found. They haven't heard anything about her. The mother and the family is in distress, and they have, done an interview with a Nationwide, and they have given some damning report and information to the media in regards to the relationship that she was in, the type of person her lover was, slash manager, and that they were engaged and the relationship was seemingly controlling, and she was constantly asking her mother to pray for her and all of that. I've seen comments that are being made on social media about Medikk, and people are saying that women are dunce and stupid, and if they haven't seen what happened to Slickiana, what happened to Donnelly, what happened to so many women, they are pretty dunce, they are stupid, because you can't be in a relationship or going to meet someone and you don't carry weaponry to protect yourself and stuff like that. They're also saying that you can't be with someone and be taking their money and the person, and you don't want the person or interested in the person, or it seems to me that you're exchanging sex for money, but the person loves you, and because of such, you aren't interested or you're cheating on the person and taking their stuff just the same. You should expect that this will happen. You will come up missing. You will, be basically killed and all of that. And so those are the comments that are being made on social media, and people are saying that the guy spent money to do her body, for her to put her in the glamour imagery and stuff like that, or the high sex appeal imagery. And so she wanted the money, she wanted to be with him so she can get gains from him to do what she wants to do and pursue a music career, then have nothing to do with the guy, basically go and be with who she wishes to be with. Now let me say this to um the public out there. A person who has, or a man who has the intention to do harm will do harm. A man who has an intention to commit murder will commit murder, regardless of the situation. A man who has an intention to commit murder will commit murder, regardless of the situation. We understand that in certain scenarios, people will snap, people will be prompt to do things unimaginable, things that they wouldn't normally think of doing. We understand the spontaneity of the human mind when it comes to frightening situations, or situations that have them flabbergasted to the point wherein they are out of touch with reality. So they basically snap and will commit murder. However, however, that is not the norm in Jamaica. That's not the norm in Jamaican culture. In Jamaican culture, men have a tendency to want to commit murder or to do great harm to a woman because they are controlling. They convince themselves that the woman is cheating. They convince themselves that the woman is taking their things and not interested in them. And they convince themselves that the woman is also their property, and so, whatever it is that he does to the woman or on the woman is of no concern, should be of no concern to the woman. As long as she is getting money from him, she should be okay. She should be loyal to him. She should be faithful to him. She should have no desire to look at anyone else except him. And no matter how much he cheat, no matter how much he lie, no matter how controlling he is or how abusive he is, that's just how he thinks and functions. Once he is giving her his money, she should remain loyal to him. And that's the end of the story. Very, very stupid. Very, very poor in intelligence. Very, very poor in advancement. That's the mind, the typical mind of a Jamaican man. And I make no excuse. I am not separating anybody. I'm not using the terminology of most men. I'm not using the terminology of some men. I am using the terminology of Jamaican men. It's a very dangerous mindset and it's way too common for me to call it an exception than it is the norm or reality. You walk around with a mentality considering women property, and because she is a property, you believe you should do as you please with your property. I don't know the relation or what took place between Medikk and her partner or what was the dynamic between them. We can only go by what the family member and members have said, which is her mother and her sister. But judging by the comments, it is showing you how stupid Jamaican men really are. This is what got Sika Rhymes, dancehall artist Sika Rhymes, in prison for 3.5 years for being abusive because their mentality is that women are their property. And once they decide to do anything for a woman, whether it means giving her money, whether it means assisting her with something, he automatically tell himself that the woman owes him loyalty forever and she should only look at him and only desire him. They don't function that a woman is another human being. A woman has sexual desire. A woman will also see another man as attractive and be attracted to him. They don't see things that way, and you cannot convince them of such reality. Very, very stupid they are. If she was in a relationship and it's abusive, regardless of whatever it is that he's giving her or doing for her, I think she should have walked away. If such is the case and these allegations are true, she should have walked away. If you find him, you can find better. If you find him, you can find better. The cookie doesn't stop, the buck doesn't stop at one person, at one penis, at one bank account, at one money. You can find better. Staying in an abusive relationship, staying in a relationship that is overbearing, that is toxic, that is just out of touch with what is healthy for you makes no sense. You will only end up hurting yourself in the long run. And a lot of these Jamaican men need not to be in a relationship because they understand not the fundamentals of relationship. They want the perks of being in a relationship, but not the responsibility of being in a relationship. They don't understand how to communicate. They don't know how to communicate. And they're not interested in understanding how to communicate and conduct themselves like responsible and intelligent human beings. They wish to conduct themselves as anything goes. They're speaking about women who are chasing hype men and all of that, and because of their money. Might I add that most men who are in prison for murder are not rich hype men, they are poor men. And if women are constantly chasing hype men and money men, explain how so many poor men have so many baby mothers. This most unless the women are being sexually assaulted or drugged. So they should more men should be in prison. They need to report more of them. If we are going to go by your stupid logics that women are only interested in money men and rich men and black women in particular. I just did a video about it yesterday that black women are the only race of women who do not practice hypergamy, who are willing to build with a man, who are willing to take a man when he has 0.0 ground zero money, nothing money, a twin tower money. You understand me? A fallen tower money. She's willing to stay with him. She's willing to stick it out with him. And then 20 years later, 15 years later, when he get on, he just leave you for whoever it is that he really desire. I just spoke about it yesterday. So please explain how today someone can come up with the notion, or Jamaican men can come up with the notion that women only want money man and women want this and women only want that. While so many broke men out there, a man pushing hand cart, a man who is selling on the street, a man who is sweeping the street or collecting garbage have so much baby mother. Yet women only want money men. No, you guys are focusing on the type of woman that you want and you cannot get because they understand hypergamy. They understand that their body is sacred. They understand that they are the commodity. They are the prize in the relationship. And you cannot get those women. So you take all the problems once again, like an incel, taking out the problem on women you have access to. The ones you don't have access to, You are frustrated and upset, so you take it out on the ones you have access to. That's the mentality of an incel. I spoke about it in videos before of what an incel is, how they function, how they behave in the frickin' frat, the frickin' frat video that I did on the Fresh and Fit podcast that YouTube has finally yanked from social media by demonetizing them. So you can watch that video and see what I have to say about incel. That's the behavior and the mentality of Jamaican men. Medikk is a young female. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who her manager is. So it's very hard for me to speak about them directly. I am speaking on the comments that are being made in regards to the situation that centers around this female. Is she a perfect woman? No, no one walking this earth surface is. I am not professing that she is perfect or either. All I'm saying is that if you're in a relationship and it's unhealthy, or you think the woman is cheating on you, or so, if you can't resolve the issue, it's best you leave it alone. The same way you find her, you will find better. The same way you meet her, you will meet better. You can say a word of prayer and ask for strength to move on with your life. You are not Siamese twin. You are not conjoined at the hip. You are not conjoined at the head either. You can move on. You can move on in relationship. There'll be sunny days, there'll be rainy days. I just spoke also about shacking up, the mentality of shacking up and not understanding a person. You're growing and growing to know each other in a relationship. You're living wifely and husband life without being married, and because of such it creates a lot of drama, it creates a lot of upheaval, it creates a lot of toxicity that are very, very dangerous for the relationship, because people are expecting things that has no form of legal binding or moral binding that brings you together, and you want to, for decades it has been become a national pastime, and because of such, I'm sorry, relationships are not working out the way they're supposed to. They are not constant, they are not structured the way they are supposed to, and so men are resorting to violence. Men are resorting to taking the life of women because they consider women their property. A woman is not your livestock. She's not your book. She's not your pencil. She's not your bag. She is not your piece of furniture or your reliable motor vehicle that you purchase. She's a living human being. She will find other man. It matters not how attractive you are. It matters not how rich you are. It matters not what you're doing for her. She will see another man out there who is attractive, who she is attracted to. The same way you see another woman out there who is attractive, who you are attracted to. That's human being for you. They are not robots. They have a mind of their own, and you cannot use money to program a woman and believe that you will achieve yourself a loyal woman simply based on your pocket. I just also spoke about the fiber of a man, of a high value man. It has nothing to do with his money, or maybe it does, but the money is mere like 10% of a high value man. What professes or what cements a high value man or certifying is his integrity, his ability to communicate well, his ability to create trust and to build trust, his reliability, where people are able to trust him, he can hold accept responsibility, accountability. He knows himself, he respects himself, and because of such, people respect him. That is a high value man, and his socio-economic background has very little to do with it. Whatever the situation is with Medikk that caused her to come up missing, I am sure the police officers will come to the bottom of it, will get to the bottom of it, and the person responsible will be found, will be arrested, and will be brought to justice. If their partner is cheating, and I was gonna say something, but I'm not going to. Let me leave that for another video. If your partner is cheating in court, it's your responsibility. Cry about it, find someone you can speak to about it, seek therapy, and move on. Taking the life of the person is simply not worth it. We understand how you feel. We understand, we can relate to it. All of us as human beings and grown adults have been cheated on, have been deceived, have been betrayed at least once in our lives. And it is very hard. It is very hard to move on, but you can do it. There are men who have been through way worse. There are men whose partner have cheated on them with their relative, with their best friend, with their parents, all these kind of things, with their kids, with their co-worker, with their boss, and they have moved on. They have found the strength to move on and even found better. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. They say the race is not for the swift nor the battle for the strong, but those who can endure to the end. Trust me, you can overcome it. You can overcome it. Killing the woman and or taking her life is not the end. There are so much things a woman put up with while in a relationship with a man. So many things. She has been lied to, she has been cheated on just the same, and she has stood it out. Women are not going around hunting and killing men in record numbers. Do you know why? Because a woman's self esteem or self worth is not limited to the relationship. She's always looking over and looking across and saying, it matters not how I look if I have indentures. It matters not how I look if I have one leg, one arm. It matters not how I look. It matters not how I appear. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what this person has done to me. Men need to take that notion and learn to move on. Stop talking about bun hats and bun this and woman can hold bun and woman can hold this. There's no proof of that. You just lack advancement and plain stupid. Don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to take on responsibilities, how to solve problems, how to come to amicable solutions and resolution. And because of such, your first instinct, which is to commit murder, is what you will exercise, thinking that you will get a relief. There is no relief that you're going to get. You actually feel worse and you actually end up in a worse position. So for the stupid men out there, ask yourself if you want to end up in Sikarim shoes. Ask yourself if you want to end up in what the guy named Peterson, Russian Peterson, who took the life of Slickiana, or Noel Donaldson, who is in jail right now for the murder or the disappearance of Donnelly. Ask yourself if it's worth you sitting in prison looking at another man 365 days out of each year. Ask yourself if it is worth it. If it is better for you to look over the fence and consider that there is better for you. No matter what you discover about the person, there is better for you. There is better for you. And if you were using your money to catch the woman or to draw the woman to you, you use your money to go find another one. What's the issue? If you use your money to catch her and you find out that she's cheating on you, if these allegations are even true, but let's say all things are equal and she was in fact cheating, and you discovered this, and but you use your money to catch, you use your money to go and get another one. That's how the game works. You go and get another one. You go and get another one. Because at the first place, if you were serious about this woman, you would have married her. You understand me? So it wouldn't have been just a shacking up situation. So the same way you decide to shack up with this one through your money that you use to fish for her, you go and get yourself another one. Why are you going through all of this and trying to kill the woman and want to commit murder and all these kind of things and all this foolishness to put yourself through all this kind of stress? Most of you have kids, so you're not thinking about your children. You're not thinking that you will become an unfit parent. You won't be able to see your child. You won't be able to take care of your kids the way you're supposed to. Watch them grow, groom them, teach them the right way. You're not thinking about all of that. All caution through to the wind. Just to focus on the vaginal cavity of one woman that you decide to give some money to. It's life. When you give to charity, you're expecting thanks in return. You're hunting to kill the persons who you donate to charity. Are you thinking about killing them, taking out their life? So many people online give money to people. Look at TikTok. The great advantage of TikTok is that there are people out there who are poor and they are getting things from people out there on TikTok. I don't see the people who are giving having the intention to commit murder because they give it to someone and they didn't hear thanks in return. I don't see that. I understand feelings, I understand emotions. We're a human being, but you must always train the mind to think that the buck doesn't stop at one person. What will happen? Ask yourself, what are you going to do if the person drop down and dead right in front of you? What are you going to do? Are you not planning to move on with your life? Are you not planning to find another partner? I'm sure you will. I am sure you will. This mentality, I said, as soon as they start sanction Jamaica and deny Jamaican men visa to travel to the United States and other first world country that require a visa, I promise you this femicide will stop because they worship visas more than anything else. As soon as there's a sanction on Jamaican men to deny them visa from traveling because you're going into other people's country to do the same thing, this behavior will stop. They're not suffering the consequences for their actions, and so they continue. I agree with one person who said that the women should arm themselves. Yes, they should. They should walk with weaponry to protect themselves. Very dark days and dark times for women. A lot of you need to grow the hell up. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.